Are you and your spouse planning to buy a house together? Do you have a sense of how aligned the two of you are? In this video, I'll look at the major points where agreement is key, not only to the success of your house buying, but to your relationship as well. Couples get married all the time. It's a public commitment to each other. And while it's a powerful statement, perhaps a greater statement of commitment comes when you decide to buy a house together. Real estate puts a very sharp point on commitment. No longer are you playing house. Now you're owning one. More, there's a longitudinal aspect to the commitment of your relationship. Till death do us part, or at least until the mortgage is paid off. There's a seriousness to buying a house that is second only to raising children. And yet, how many couples enter into real estate without having thoroughly thought through their decision? This video and the series it's a part of is an opportunity to begin that discussion. Each video will look at an aspect of the home buying process through the lens of your marriage. I'm Hundley, a real estate agent in Phoenix and the East Valley. Prior to real estate, I was a local church pastor, and I still officiate weddings. I counseled and coached many couples. I can tell you that buying a house together touches every couple's hot spots. It's one of the most common points people seek marriage advice. Sadly, many would tell me that this is the point where they knew their relationship had failed. But on the plus side, if you make it through the test of home buying with smiles, your relationship is in great shape. In combining real estate and couples counseling, I can offer you a great opportunity for success. For you to buy a house and still have a home. Buying a house isn't like any other major purchase. When you buy a car, for example, most of the time the decisions affect one of you more than the other. You may agree on a price range or a size, but the one who will drive it more will often have more of a say in what you get. The same can be said about a boat or an RV. Often in these decisions, one spouse is indulging the other. Not true with a house. Even though many couples don't take the time to realize this, you both have to love your house. With that said, here are 5 areas for you to find agreement with each other. Number 1, budget. How much of a down payment can you afford? While there are still some down payment assistance programs available, it's best not to count on one. Instead, look at how much money you can save and pull together. It'll need to be at least 3 to 5% of the total cost of the house. Next, you'll need to know how much you can comfortably afford for a mortgage payment. The operative word in that sentence is comfortably. I'll spend a fair amount of time in upcoming videos on finances. For agreement, it's more important to know what each of you are comfortable with. Number 2, style. Is a condo or townhouse your best choice? Single-family houses appreciate better in general, but if you're just starting out, they may not be in your budget. Not to worry, condos and townhouses still offer great investment. We'll talk about timeline in a minute, but it's also important to think through how long you expect to live in a house before moving on. You can also spend some time here thinking about the overall style you want. Traditional, modern, new build, fixer-upper, single-story, open floor plan, etc. There's so much variety out there. What do you both like? What can you cross off on your list right away? When couples align on style is when their agent can really zero in on the homes they want. And believe me, that's the best part of the job. Number 3, location. Where do you want to live? Does it have to be closer to family and friends? How does it factor into commutes? Are there certain neighborhood qualities you want? Open spaces or urban vibe? School system? Often location and budget are closely linked. Spending some time figuring out how these two are prioritized for you can be huge. Number 4, amenities. I often joke with my clients, what are your gottas and what are your wantas? What do you have to have and what do you want to have? We all have our dream wish lists. Prioritize and write them out, compare them. The ones that match up in the first 3 to 5 are probably things to include, depending on how much cushion you have. Another good practice is to also list out twice as many areas that you're willing to compromise on. Beyond that, honor each other's lists. These can become vision boards for the future. Number 5, timeline. Rarely do couples look at their forever home right out of the gate. Instead, talk about how long you envision staying in your new house. How will your family grow or change? What do you anticipate your jobs will require? How much will your income change? Be ready to ride out any dips or market corrections. So generally look at something at least 5 to 7 years. Buy enough house so that you'll be comfortable if you have to stay put longer than you planned. There you have it. How do you see yourselves working through this? What are your strengths? How can you use those strengths to overcome these challenges? Leave a comment below or feel free to reach out to me. My email is rob.hundley@asherkind.com. My phone number, 480-253-9767. You can also DM me on Facebook or Instagram. Just search for AZ Realty by Rob. If you're new to this, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified when new videos on this series come out. Again, whatever I can do to help. I love real estate, I love relationships, and I love helping people.